Oh, did you need the music lowered down a little? Is the music too loud, Jen?
Nah, no, it's up to you.
We can lower it down a little bit.
Just a little?
Just a little.
Yeah, because we have the speaker.
It's true. Just start. Forget what we're talking about.
I know. Start singing Bad Bunny.
Oh, Lord. We can't put that on.
Oh, this is good too.
We're on live. They can't. Well, actually, they could. Ooh. Hello, everyone. You are watching the Coffee Chat Show.
Yes.
Super excited to be here with everybody. So who am I? Jennifer Sanchez. I am the founder of WISE and the WISE Alliance Network, as well as a real estate investor. Anyone looking to sell their home, let me know. I could buy it cash, 30 days or less. And also, I'm a mom of 3 beautiful young ladies. So that is me. We do this show because we want to inspire you guys, with over coffee. So
yes.
I'll pass it over to my co-host.
Hello, everybody. I'm Delilah, and I'm the owner of the Rock Exchange Resale Boutique, the founder of PG31, also a mentor for Horizon Gems. So excited to be here. We got a café con leche.
We do.
Ooh, and it's good stuff here.
We do. And we have a special guest today.
Special guest, y'all.
Very special.
Yes.
I was just like, man, she's my girl right here.
Yes.
Finally, who are you, ma'am?
My name is Marisel Melendez, and we're here at Ponce.
Yes.
So, as you know, Marisel, my Ponce life. And a little bit about me, I'm a mother of 4 and a proud grandmother of 8.
They doubled on you.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
And, BoricuaTalks. Because I like to talk. And that's why when Jennifer invited me, I said yes.
Listen, we've been talking this whole morning, y'all.
Yes.
We've been talking this whole morning.
Yeah,
no, it's been good.
And when we first started doing this chat, she helped me with it, right? Like during COVID times.
Yeah.
So
yes, I was hosting.
You were hosting with me, so she
really early.
Really early. We were doing it like at 7:30 in the morning, right? Remember?
That's dedication.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
Like it.
Yeah, during that time, I remember I was just inviting a lot of like the women from the community. Hey, just co-host with me, just co-host and see how it's like. And clearly, she loved it because she went off and did her own thing.
That's amazing.
It was a lot of fun. And like this morning, you said this is episode 180. So
180.
Congratulations!
Yes.
I love it. It's like we need this. We need to chat.
And we
different
do.
Chat
We
groups
do.
And talk about a little bit about everything and a lot about nothing, like at
Yeah,
Boricua
yeah.
Talks.
That's their slogan. That's their
good.
Boricua
Say
Talks
it again.
slogan.
What's that slogan?
It's a show about nothing and a little bit about everything.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
That's
cute.
a great slogan.
Yeah, I've seen some of their shows. It's cute, but you guys are sporadically doing it right now, right? How is
Yes.
it? How is it right now?
Well, we select different places, or when we get together, we do it. And then now we have an upcoming event that we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So, we have coffee shops. I just mentioned we went to a sugar coffee place in Naperville, and it was amazing.
Nice.
So check that episode out.
You
Yeah.
said you
Go
said the
support
owners.
small business. Yeah.
You said it was an infusion between Mexican and Asian, right?
No, this
that's
is
a different one.
another one.
Okay.
Yes. See, we had so
Okay,
much,
I know.
but we have to talk about that infused sushi. That was really good.
Mm.
Nice. So let's go into coffee time. So for those that are watching, and
Yes.
ignore the bars on the screen, there's 2 bars on that battery.
A
So
different camera this
we're
time.
praying that this camera will last for the full hour, right? But technical difficulties as always. So what are we drinking, Marisel? What you made for us this morning?
Well, we have some café con leche here that we offer here
Yes.
at Ponce. And
Some good stuff.
I love the cups. These are our
These
new
are amazing.
cups. So do you like it?
They're
I
a
love
cup of
it.
inspiration.
Yes.
Mine says I am blessed.
Ser bendecida,
Right? Isn't that I am blessed?
Yes.
Yes,
I
ser
love
bendecida.
Yeah. Yeah. And yours says.
Ser alegre.
Yeah,
Woo!
and mine says ser feliz.
Cheers
Yeah,
to this,
yes.
to all these goodness.
Woo!
Yes.
So it was interesting because even your employee, he was like, "You are gonna be happy today." I was
Yeah.
like, "I will be happy today. Thank you.
I need
I'll
take
that.
the blessing.
I will take that." We have people jumping on. So Karina, she's part of our community. Good morning.
Good morning,
Morning.
Kari.
Thank you for joining us. Let us know what you're drinking this morning.
Yes.
So we're just drinking café con leche, right?
Café con leche
Sí.
and some good stuff.
And some good stuff.
This is some good
Es
stuff.
para que te despierte. This
Okay.
will last you the whole week.
So, can I brag on
I
something
wonder,
here?
yeah.
Ponce. We are at Ponce, and they make the best Puerto Rican food, in my opinion, because I know I'm gonna have some people, but the best Puerto Rican food, it's like mommy's food.
Yes.
Like the acapuria. You should call this the house of the acapuria. The acapurias are amazing here. The right amount of crisp, the dough on the inside, and the seasoning. Sometimes when you go to certain Puerto Rican restaurants, it's like se falta algo. But here it's amazing. I was sharing with you earlier, my godmother who passed from breast cancer, this was her favorite restaurant. She would travel all the way from Palos Hills to here for the food.
Wow.
And the
Wow.
ambiance here, the live music, and you have it once in a while some live music, and it would be a surprise when we'd come in for the live music, but just the food is amazing here.
No, the
Thank
food is
you.
fire. Yes.
Yes.
I remember the trucks in Humboldt Park.
Yes.
That's how I remember Ponce. And then when I realized you guys had a restaurant, I was like, oh, restaurant, when you were across the street. And then I met you. And I remember when I met her, it was at a photo shoot with Today's Inspired Latina. We were at Jackie Camacho's house, beautiful house in
Volume 4.
Volume 4
Aw.
in North
The
Aurora.
Book Sisters.
Book
Yes.
Sisters. Yeah, we're Book Sisters. And I remember when I met her and I was like, she told me she's the owner of Ponce. I was like, wait, I go there all the time. I'm like, oh. So we hit it off real quick, me and her,
Aw.
Food and inspiration.
Food
It's
brought
a great
us together.
combination. It's a great combination. Just a great combination. Now this business started with mommy.
Oh, yes. Mom started, well, like I always say, we've been in business 27 years, but that's
long
with a
time.
license.
Okay.
Before that,
It's like,
it was like, in el Baymax,
Yes.
Cocina de Mommy in the house.
Oh.
And the reason that we've been here for 27 years is the consistency and the season. Just how if you ate the acapullas 5 years ago, it's still being seasoned the same way.
Ooh,
Same
So the
that's so
consistency
good.
in the kitchen is key to a successful business. And being
Wow.
present and having a Ponce life.
That sounds like a recipe for a relationship too. Right?
Well, don't ask me about that one because I got that one wrong.
Oh, so fellas, are you single?
I'm single
and ready to mingle?
I don't. Well, yes, ready to mingle.
Okay.
I just want to be chilled. You know what? Right now, I just
No pressure.
no pressure. I just
Good.
want to travel
Okay.
and I want to find somebody
This
to
girl's
travel
always
with me.
She's always traveling.
We love
Yes,
that.
we need to explore.
Yes.
We need to explore. I just came back from Puerto Rico.
Yes.
I always find a new gem.
Oh, what was the gem this time?
The rivers.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's
We went
okay.
to Aguadilla,
Okay.
and my daughter did the itinerary, and we went to Gocialandia, if I'm not mispronouncing that name, but the rivers are beautiful. The waterfalls. That was an experience.
Where was that? At what part of Puerto Rico?
Aguadilla?
Aguadilla. Is that near
Aguadilla.
like Bayamon or where's that?
No,
Or
that's more by está Aguadilla,
Mhm.
está Mayagüez, Rincón,
Ooh,
and
that
south.
region.
Yes.
Okay.
Over
In
there
that
by
region.
the south side. No,
Yeah, that's awesome.
yes. It was like across
That's really
from Ponce, que Ponce es la
Ooh.
Perla del Sur.
Oh yes.
So we were over there, but not by Ponce. I didn't go to Ponce this time, which I was really sad. But
You wanted to
you just have
explore.
certain days and you have,
Yes.
you just want to take it in one pueblo at a time. So
Yeah.
go to Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's
I
amazing.
remember your thing was to get the stamps on your passport.
Yes. Well, you know what? I went to a women's retreat back in we met in 18, I think it was 17 in Costa Rica. So
Oh, wow.
the third day, the lady was asking me, all of us, what is it that you learned about yourself in these past 3 days? So I got up real confident. I said, I'm addicted to stamps on my passport.
That's awesome.
And everybody
That's
was like, yes,
amazing.
yes.
That's awesome.
And I just
That's
renewed
been your
it. So
journey.
we need
That's
to put more
awesome.
stamps on it.
We do have some comments here coming in. So we have Karina. She said, I hear so much about Ponce too. Definitely trying it soon.
Try
And
their
then we
food.
have your baby. She put San Sebastian.
San Sebastian.
Yeah.
That's a festival that comes. We went in January,
Okay.
and you have to experience it. Like I said, Puerto Rico has so many gems that you need to
yes.
explore. I was born there but raised here, so each time I go. But my daughter did very well on that.
Oh, she's giving you an
itinerary.
applause. Look at that.
Awesome.
So she can plan trips going forward.
Yes. We need to put all those dots that we visit.
That's amazing. And you're making memories with your daughter,
Yes.
with her children as well.
Yeah.
And that's what life is about.
Yeah, and that's
those
why
stories.
I opted out on my birthday party and decided to join them
You
on
can
their.
always have one like later. Why not? Who says
I know,
not, right?
You know what?
Have
Let's
one.
plan it. A birthday party,
Oh.
so I can get the presents.
Yes,
that I
that's
made.
You can always have a birthday
not?
party.
I know. Let's check our
It's never
calendars
too late.
after this and have that
I'm
birthday
coming.
party.
I'm
She
coming.
always be throwing down in her parties. I'd be like, oh
I'm
man.
coming.
You know what? Even the viewers, you're invited.
Yes, look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
And-
your daughter actually said, she even wrote, is where Gozalandria is.
Gozalanda,
that's what she
Wow.
wrote. Yeah.
That-
And-
I bet it's beautiful.
Yeah, she
Yes,
put
it
a
is.
lot of hand claps right there. So your daughter is a baker, right? Also,
yes, she is
does.
the Mrs. Bakery.
Yeah.
She has her own bakery?
Well, what she does pop-ups, and we have her here on weekends.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
she sells her cupcakes. Oh, they're delicious.
Oh,
and the-
I wish we would have had some today. We should have
Well, you know
told her.
what? That's your next
Yep.
invite.
That's the
Let's
next
do
one.
it.
There we
Why
go. The next
not?
one. We'll do the. Yeah, I'm down.
I mean,
anything
we don't
with
turn
food.
down food.
We don't
We
turn
don't turn
down
down
food.
food.
Cupcakes and Ponce, perfect combination.
Yeah, best combination.
You know, I think just the whole idea of food in general, it just brings people together.
Yes.
And it makes
Yes.
people happy.
Yes.
It
It
just
makes
makes
me
people
happy and
happy.
bigger.
And bigger and happy and with high cholesterol. No.
That's
but
why you
still,
have apple cider vinegar.
that's why you're there, right? No, but at the end of the day, it's one of those, like, it reminds you of like comfort, right?
Yes.
I just had a revelation that when I feel sad or someone feels sad or I know someone's going through something, I want to make food for them.
Yeah, that's
Right?
a great point.
And I think that's what I picked up from my parents,
Yeah.
right? I'm
My mom was
watching
the
them
same
like,
way, yeah.
so when my daughter's having a bad bad day, I'm like, let's go get some ice cream, you know?
Yeah.
And I think when you were having a hard day, I took you to eat too. I was like,
Yes, it
let's
was
go get
just-
some food, right?
Yes.
It was just like, that's just kind of like programming, right?
It's a whole nother
Exactly.
language. It's
It
a whole nother
is.
language.
It
You know what I
is.
mean?
It
It's
is.
either food or let's get a drink. But I always ask for food.
I'm for food. I'm for food. I'm all food.
I'll do
Especially
both.
Let's eat.
yeah, I love food, especially trying different food. I know you mentioned earlier you went to
A sushi place.
it was sushi infused.
Well, it's the wife is Mexican,
Okay.
and then her husband
Is Asian.
Asian.
Wow.
And then the sushi roll, instead of using the rice, they use maduros. Girl, you have to go.
What?
That's like an explosion on your food. We'll put the link on that restaurant there because it was
that's
so
amazing.
good.
It sounds good.
You'll leave there happy, very happy. And the drinks were good too.
Oh, and I
Oh.
bet those are two beautiful cultures.
Yes.
Mexican and Asian. Just
Yes.
imagine that combination.
Yes.
Ooh, sounds amazing.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yes.
Oh,
And- Mhm.
So one thing I wanted to know was she travels so much, right? And
Uh-huh.
one time she was in Mexico, and I'm looking at her Facebook Live, and I'm like, is that the town my ex is from? Yeah, I was literally, I kid you not, I was like, where you at? Like something just told me she was there. I was like, where you at? She's like, I'm in Valle de Juarez. I'm like, that's my ex-husband's town. Like, what you doing over there? Like so random, you know?
I know you were telling me about a
Where to
pizza
go?
place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh.
it's around the corner. That was so funny. But I don't know if it was that time because I've been to Mexico several times because of my best friend. And instead of going to Mexico and having a good time and, finding someone, I fell in love with Chewbacca. And I brought dog. I'm a fur mom now. 3 years ago.
Dude, it's a cute little dog. It's
Right?
like a
And you-
Pomeranian.
It's a Pomeranian. I think there's
Oh.
some Chihuahua in there because he
Because it
doesn't
barks.
shut up.
It's,
But he's like me.
it's
We don't shut
cute,
up.
It's a cute little dog. It's
Yeah,
a-
he is.
Aw.
He came into my life
At the right time.
at the right time, and he chose me, and I was like,
That's
okay,
beautiful.
let's get a fake passport.
So-
we had to do the fake passport.
Wait,
For
wait. Is
Chewbacca?
it? Did the dog
You
just
had-
go up to you? Like he was like, "Take me."
Well, he came up. I picked him up.
Was he like a stray dog or
No,
something?
no.
Oh.
Over there, everybody's a cousin.
Okay.
So the cousin of my friend's cousin. Well,
the cousin of a
he had
cousin.
the dog.
Okay.
And he came up to me, and the name came about because I
Chewbacca.
always wanted a dog, and I said, "Oh, when I get a dog, his name is gonna be Chewbacca." Thank God it was a boy, because if it was a girl, her name was gonna be Chewbacca.
It's a unisex name.
So
It could be unisex. Yeah.
But Chewbacca, how did you come up with Chewbacca? Because Chewbacca is like
It's Star Wars.
the Star Wars.
Oh,
It's that furry, that-
yeah.
I wasn't. I don't even know. How does he make that sound? Grrr. I don't know what he does. He makes.
I'm
this
not even
growl.
gonna
Yeah,
attempt
he
that.
does.
I'm
Yeah,
not even gonna
Chewbacca
attempt
does
that.
it too, all the time. He
Oh.
doesn't
He
stop.
does? He
He
growls?
does. Oh my God. And then you know what? I've been telling him, I love you. He goes, "Rrr."
Like Chewbacca, really?
Oh,
I'm
so he has his
I
own
get it.
language,
And I
his
got it on
mommy.
video too.
Because
Because I keep telling him, I love you, to see if he responds. And he goes, "Rrr."
Oh, like Chewbacca.
I
Maybe
love
that's a yes or a
that.
no. I don't know.
That's a
But I
yes.
take it as a yes.
I love
Oh,
you too.
that's
Oh,
amazing.
But that's how small this world is. So
yeah. So,
Wow.
so,
So
so
dog travel too.
you have big entrepreneur roots, right?
Yes.
Right? Like we were talking about it offline before we went on live. You were talking about
Yes.
like you would hustle. Your mom would hustle, right? Out of at Humboldt Park, out of the trunk of her car, right? Like how did that inspire you growing up as a young girl?
Well, when she would go to Humboldt Park, she had two coolers, one filled with arroz con gandules, the other one with pasteles. And me with the big mouth, pues I would help, and her, come on, mom's here, let's go. I knew once that rice was gone, we could go home,
Oh.
and we would have money.
So you were hustling. You were like,
I
I
was
was
like-
go home.
You were her voice.
But I knew, yes, and my mom knew I wasn't the one to be in the kitchen. She knew I could sell her the food, but she would call my sister. We need more rice.
Oh,
So this is still the story
wow.
today.
Yes. I am my Ponce life, the face of Ponce.
I love that.
My sister's in the kitchen, and then my other sister, she's in the
Social media.
and my brother's in the back doing the heavy lifting.
Wow.
And that's so beautiful that because I mentioned this to you, sometimes it doesn't go beyond 3 generations with certain families, right?
Mhm,
But
mhm.
you're rooted here.
Yes.
Rooted not only in the community, rooted to the culture
Yes.
and also to the food. You mentioned that the ingredients hasn't changed. So
Mhm.
they're mommy's original recipes. That's beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
That's beautiful.
I mean, we still want to keep that home. When you come, you smell it. You drive by Ponce, you smell.
You
It
do.
brings you in that mom's cooking.
Can we talk about this mural though outside? So you cannot miss Ponce. If
At
you
all.
are this is Fullerton. If you are driving down Fullerton, you see this bright mural with the Puerto Rican flag proudly positioned. I love this. Let me I took a little selfie, like a little boomerang. And I was like, yes, because I mentioned to you, I'm half Puerto Rican and half Arabic. So I have family that's from Arecibo and my family that lives in San Juan. And so, but just I would come here all the time with my godmother. And so with it being rooted, what keeps you going? And your children too. So you have your
Yes.
daughter that's a baker. So entrepreneurship runs
Yes.
through the veins of your
Yes.
family.
And then Jennifer mentioned that we had a food truck way back then. So
Mhm.
now we do have another food truck, which is my nephew,
Okay.
and on North Avenue in Albany, Buen Provecho.
Buen provecho. I love these names.
Yeah.
Buen
It's still
provecho.
our
You're going to eat
Ponce
good.
food.
Yeah.
It's still the same, but we're taking it out to the streets.
That's smart.
We have that one. We also have another one that my son is working also on, another food truck. Because food trucks, I really enjoy the food trucks because you could take it to every neighborhood.
Yes.
Yep.
And then they'll be missing us and then calling us to go back there.
Yes.
So that's what we try to do. Because, the main headquarters is always will be here in Ponce.
I love
Fullerton.
that.
On Fullerton.
And you cannot miss. And there's a beautiful area, seating area,
Yes.
right? It's colorful. It's beautiful. Come check them out here. It's like
Yes,
the best, and the food is
yes.
good.
Yeah.
You know how
Thank you.
sometimes when the presentation looks good, and then you try the food and you're like, but here the presentation's beautiful, the food is good, and the presentation of the food is
Thank
good
you.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to keep revolving, and we, like the like you mentioned the mural outside. There was a restaurant in Miami,
Okay.
the Julian Hill. He had
The
that.
muralist.
No, he
Oh.
had the restaurant
Oh,
with
he
the
had the
flag
rest.
on the side.
Oh, okay.
So that I was inspired about that one. When I seen this one, I said that one's it. Let's do it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
But Puerto Rico and us, we like colors. Look
yes,
at my
we
nails.
do. Look at
It
these
could be
beautiful
winter,
things. I
and
love
I'm in
it.
happy.
I love, and it brightens your
Very
day.
nice.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day, you just like, I'm
Yes.
I'm
Not
doing
today.
okay. Not
That's another slogan. Not
today.
today.
Ooh, that's good.
No, I love it. The colorfulness. Yeah. The culture is so much fun. I mean, I'm Mexican, right? But I've always been in Humboldt Park. I always hung around Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans. People always be like, "Are you Puerto Rican?" No, I'm Mexican, but I just like Puerto Rican people. You know?
Yeah.
Right? But sometimes I can't understand some Puerto Ricans. I'll be like, "Man, I don't understand what you're telling me, bro. Slow it
Slow it
down.
down."
Remember, I'm Mexican dialect. Okay? Like we a little slower. Okay? But I have a friend and he'll talk Spanish. I'll be like, I don't speak Puerto Rican. Like, relax.
I never heard that. I don't speak Puerto Rican.
Bro, like the accents be like, I'll be like, whoa, but it's because forgive me, I'm just a little slower with the interpretation in my brain. Like, wait, huh? But no, I love it. I love.
Can we also talk about this mural in the back? So
Oh,
you
yes.
can't see. So now you really have to come to Ponce.
Yes.
There's this beautiful mural in the back. Can you talk a little bit about the muralist and the artist? You mentioned she was the
Yes.
only Puerto Rican woman who has an art gallery.
Yes. It was Janice Aponte.
Okay.
And she has her art gallery, the first Puerto Rican woman to have her first art gallery in Jefferson Park.
Oh, that's
go
amazing. Visit her.
These are not part of her earrings collection, but she does have similarity.
Ooh.
I don't know who did this.
Those
one.
are
I
sharp.
am so sorry.
Beautiful.
I got
Let me
them for
tell
my
you, those
birthday.
are
Thank
Puerto
you,
Rican
Brenda.
proud earrings. Those are
Beautiful.
Puerto Rican proud earrings.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
them.
They're pretty. They're
I
very
So-
pretty.
love them.
She did the mural in the back. I told her this is all all you.
And
And then
you could see it. It's all this back here.
It's right
You guys
there.
can see it.
yes,
Yeah.
and it
Oh.
has the bomba girl. And I said the only thing I want with the bomba
That's
girl
her.
is like the curly hair.
Aw.
And she delivered. You
And
gotta
she did
miss
a
it.
great job. I have to visit her art gallery.
Yes, please do so.
Love-
And she does have events, and just check her out. She's
In
I'm gonna
amazing.
get me
Jefferson
some
Park,
earrings.
Jefferson
I
Park.
have to get
Not
me some
far from here
earrings.
at
No,
all.
not far at all.
I love
No.
earrings, so I'm gonna
Yes,
pin her
and
up.
she had handbags. She has T-shirts, wear her artwork.
Oh.
She's just a beautiful
Nice,
person.
nice.
And
So,
it's a beautiful piece.
so
Yes, it is.
born and raised in Chicago?
Who?
You.
Me? No,
Uh-oh.
no.
Where were
Yo no
you?
soy de aquí. Yo no soy de allá. I was born in Puerto Rico,
Okay.
in Ponce, Puerto Rico. But my mom traveled to Chicago when I was a year old.
Oh.
Wow.
So I have the birth certificate de
I-
Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
My
Yeah, so
brother.
no soy de allá porque ellos saben that I'm not from there because my Spanish.
Is a little
And
broken.
there's-
Do they look
no,
at you
tú
like?
eres de allá afuera.
Do they do that too in Puerto Rico? Like they know that you're
Yeah, they
not?
know.
Yeah,
Oh, they
because
know.
in
Not
Mexico
there.
they do the same
Oh
thing,
yeah,
right?
well,
Like,
that's how they hijack the prices in Mexico. I've experienced that. They just hijack the prices when you.
Oh, you have to be with a local,
Yeah, I have to
somebody that
just
knows
pay
there so
somebody.
they could keep it at 2 pesos.
seriously.
Exactly.
And like, ahí viene la güera, 10 pesos.
That's right. Exactly.
Oh yeah, don't go blonde to Mexico. Do not go blonde to Mexico. I remember I went blonde and people be like, "You're not from here, right?" I was like, I don't care how I try
Mexican
to
you look.
hide it, how
Right.
Mexican I try. Like, do I have to wear like what kind of clothes do I gotta wear? You know,
The
like
cowboy hat,
you,
sombrero.
you know. Then when I'm with my kids, I'm like, don't speak English. Like, shush. You know, you don't say nothing English around here, right? You just look like a little poor kid. Like, I'm here for some change or something. I don't know.
Wait, it's funny because I love my Mexican food. That's why
Me
I've been to Puerto Rico,
too.
to Mexico so many times. The food. I am one of our girls that she's gonna open her restaurant not so far from here. I told her, I said, Mole Monday. It has to be Mole Monday. So Mole Monday at Sophia's.
You do like
Is that- so her
Mexican
name's-
food. You like
is- do-
spicy food too, don't you?
Well, at my age now, I have to turn it down.
heartburn
turn it
kicks
down
in.
a little bit on that spicy.
The heartburn
But
kicks in.
Mole is my favorite, my number one, and then pozole blanco.
Oh.
Yes, my pozole blanco and everything else. I went to Mexico with my girlfriend,
Mhm.
and when we went to the family, they give you food.
Yes.
So the lady she goes to her mom. She goes, "Oh, que come la güera?" She goes, "De todo." She didn't know I spoke Spanish.
Oh, she thought you were.
So she asked her, "What does she eat?"
Did you speak to her in Spanish?
Yeah, then she's like, but her mother goes, ella come de todo.
That's so cute. I love it. I love it. That is awesome. No, I love the food that you guys serve here. I really do. So I'm like, my mouth is salivating.
I know. I
right
can't wait to
now.
get off of camera. Let me tell you, after one of our Cocina conversations, when I watched the playback, I'm like, I'm not eating on camera anymore. If I do, it's gonna be one bite because I go in when I love the food.
Well, you see how these influencers be gaining all this weight, especially when they do
Yes.
like the food things, like
Yeah.
like
Because you
you'll-
have to do it all the time.
yeah, like you can't eat unhealthy. Like you have to eat healthy when you're not on camera. If you're trying to be a
I
food
mean,
influencer.
lettuce, and that's it.
literally because
Liquids.
liquids. Because you see people and they're like influencers and they're going out to eat and like I know you were saying that your sister's like an influencer, right?
Wow.
So like if going with influencers to eat can be sometimes annoying. I'll be like, bro, I want to eat. Like, can you stop taking pictures of stuff right now? You know, like
Camera.
No,
Hold on, we gotta
it's
do
funny
this
you
over.
say that. It's funny you say that because she's on TikTok, Annabelle. Okay,
ahead,
go
ahead.
TikTok.
Get her plug in.
And I go, "Are you done?" Because she's with her camera and doing other. I'm like, "Are you done?" And she goes, "Okay, you could go." You're like,
yep, they want to take pictures of everything first, the little cheers. I was like, can we eat already? You know, I'm a
but I
Oh,
really enjoy, those videos, from all the influencers. Like there's one called
Oh, of
Yummy
course.
Chicago.
yeah.
And they always posting about where's the best mole. So I need to invite them also to go
to
check
Sophia's.
to Sophia's Mole Monday.
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
When does she open her restaurant?
It's gonna be in another 2 weeks.
You know, we should have her on Coffee Chat.
Yes,
Yeah, for sure.
And
definitely.
we're on Mondays.
Oh, and she's gonna have cafe de olla.
I love
Yes.
café de olla.
Yes.
Like let me tell you, it has to have the piloncillo in that thing, right?
Yeah,
Canela
no,
stick.
you're gonna
Love
get the
café de
amazing
olla.
experience with her because I have experienced her mole. That's why I told her Mole Monday.
I trust
It's
you.
on the menu, Mole Monday.
Let me tell you, I trust you because your food is amazing here. So your taste buds are on point.
Yes.
So now is her mole spicy? Because I don't like spice. Is it the sweet
No,
mole or is it the?
It's the red mole, but it's not. It's perfect.
It's perfect. Okay, I
And
can't
she
wait.
uses pechuga.
Ooh,
You know,
the breast.
breast.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, and that's why my sister
getting
Annabelle,
hungry.
with her TikToks, she goes to different Latina-owned businesses to influence, to
Oh.
go visit others. Because, like my mom always
That's
said,
cool.
"Aquí hay para todos."
Oh,
Mm.
I love your mom.
Yes, yes.
I love your mom.
She be partying.
Her
Oh,
mom.
yes.
You said she's
She's at
72.
home tired because she danced yesterday. Here.
Oh,
We
you
had
had
a
an event
DJ.
here?
We had a DJ, and she was just dancing all over the
Oh, I love
So
that.
tell us about your Bad Bunny brunches.
Oh,
You know,
let me tell you about one because the rest I don't remember because it was so bad. We had so much fun, so much drinks, and you got to enjoy with your audience, right? So they take a shot, you take a shot, but those periodically we have done a few. Probably like 4 or so. We don't have any in our calendars, but look out for those because they're so much fun.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking
so
out
much
for your
fun.
birthday party.
I know. We're gonna do a birthday
That's
party
what-
now. You convinced me.
I'm
You
serious.
convinced me.
You got to bring a gift though. The entrance.
Because your birthday was when? When was your
It was
birthday?
just a couple
The
weeks ago.
25th.
Just a couple
so
weeks
you
ago.
still, it's only like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
But in order to get invited, you have to bring a gift. If you don't bring a gift, you're gonna get turned away
Yes,
at the
I
door.
missed
That's
that.
common. Isn't that common?
No, some people they
Ratchet?
just show up.
No, I'm just
Not ratchet. They
I'm
just
just joking. Don't cancel me.
We're
like
gonna
this.
we're gonna have a table just for the gifts.
there you go.
Yeah,
You're gonna
that'll
need
get
2
you in.
tables.
Oh, 2
I
tables.
think you're gonna
yes.
need 2 tables.
I cannot go to a birthday party without taking
I
something.
can't.
I feel like a horrible human being.
And
when I
my mom
don't.
raised me like even when you go to somebody's house, not
Mhm.
even a birthday, you have to take something.
Yeah.
Take a
I'm
wine,
bringing
take
donuts. I'm
something.
bringing
Yeah.
juice, coffee, something.
Yeah.
You just don't
I've
go.
been blessed with that and getting a gift because all I do is give them a tray of acapullas and I'm
Oh,
in.
look at you! You are not.
I'm
This
in at
is the
every
house
party.
of the acapudia.
Oh,
Let me tell
let's
you,
throw
the
an event.
best
I'm gonna throw something
acapudia.
and just be like, "Hey, we're
Hey, I know. Let me just tell you what to bring from Ponce, and you're in.
Now, I have a question though about generations. How do you keep it in the family, and how do you keep the family motivated to want to continue? Because you're 3 generations in now.
Yes. Well, I say it was a force of labor.
Okay. I mean,
Well, what I'm saying is that when we came in, my mom started, so we came out to help her because
Okay.
my sister and we're the oldest. I was a medical assistant,
mhm.
and my sister was in the computer data entry.
Okay.
And when my mom started, so we're like, okay, so she needs help. Let's go help her.
Yeah.
And then we were doing balancing life, our
Paying
careers,
bills and
and doing all that. And then when their kids came, their kids don't want to do nothing with it. But my oldest, he has el coqui,
Oh.
so he does catering as well.
That's nice.
And his hands are like my mom's with the
Oh.
seasoning and everything.
They don't measure.
Nice,
They
nice.
just
Yes. And
Love
my
it.
my second oldest, he said, okay, we could do a food truck because he doesn't like to be, like
Stationed.
Stationed. He wants
Okay.
to run around. So it's like they chose to be in it.
I love
They
that.
chose to be in it
Nice.
because my Jacob, he's the photographer.
Oh.
But he don't want to do nothing. He's just like, Mom, can I have some lechon today?
You're like, if
I'm
you
like,
take some
okay.
pictures of our food, you can.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's talk about, because I'm being mindful of that battery. Let's talk about Boricua Talks.
Yes.
You know, something's
Boricua
coming
Talks.
up. Something's coming up.
Let's
So
do
share
it.
with us. What's all that about?
Well, Boricua Talks, this is our 3rd year that we have our women's conference, and we have 10 women, 7 minutes on the stage, telling their inspiring stories, entrepreneurs, and how we come together and just share these stories because we need to tell our stories. And who better yet than ourselves?
That's right.
From the community, from outside the community, we just need to grow and inspire. And we're doing it at the National Museum of Puerto Rican Arts and Culture.
Awesome.
That
Right
is
off of Sacramento.
Yes.
I love that.
So that's like our home for Boricua Talks
I
now.
love it.
So this is our third year. We're excited about our speakers. We're going to be introducing the speakers shortly.
Okay.
You know, we have amazing community coming up with Boricua Talks.
I love
Elizabeth
that.
and I, we get together, we talk about, like I said, about nothing and a little bit about everything, and everybody wants to keep hearing our
love that
stories.
slogan.
Amen.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's what keeps people entertained, interested. When
Yes.
can they when is that event?
Oh, that event's coming up June 27. You can find
Ooh.
us on Facebook, Instagram, also on our website,
Okay.
BoricuaTalks.com.
Love that.
And you can follow me. I'm my Ponce Live. I'm doing also TikTok, so I'm new to
How
TikTok.
do you like TikTok? I'm still trying to. I'm double dutching with that thing. It's been a couple years.
I like doing the videos and then the interaction with the people and the restaurant. So, and I'm also on Facebook. So you know where to find me, or Elizabeth. I miss my girl. She is sorry she's not here
Aw.
today. So, how you call it? Just look at it at any source of social media, Jennifer. You know,
Yes,
here
yes,
at
yes,
Ponce.
yes,
But get
yes.
your tickets because we're halfway.
Oh, that's
of our
that's a
tickets.
wonderful.
So people can find you at Ponce Live, correct?
My Ponce Live.
My
yes.
Ponce Live.
My Ponce Live. Boricua Talks.
Yes.
You can email rubialinda.com. we're on all social platforms.
That's
but
amazing.
Our main, you can look into our subscribes, you know, because we have subscribers that come and right now, is it Wednesday? No, on Wednesday we're having our mastermind and we're going to have a Mother's Day brunch here for us because it's never
nice.
too late to celebrate.
That's
but
right.
we're always celebrating. We also, with Boricua Talks, we talk about Puerto Rican authors.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
Very
my
nice.
department.
Aw.
And I share books. And that's my love language. So
That's wonderful.
That's beautiful.
awesome. That's
yeah, there's
awesome.
a lot of things that go on with Boricua Talks. So
Where
just check
do
us
you have
out.
time for love then? All these things going on, girl.
That's another conversation.
That's gonna be a cocina conversation. We'll have that one.
We're not going to talk about my pajamas.
We will do this on another segment, but I want to make sure
Yes.
that you guys check out the Rock Exchange,
Yes.
right? If you guys want more information on Delilah and her styling and her
Yes.
clothing and
Yes.
her fashion show that's coming up in
Yeah,
August.
you know, there's going to be a change on that. I have to share that with the fashion show. Our girls are in an art class, so they're going to do, we'll talk about that next time.
Yes.
So come check out the Rock Exchange at 3551 South Archer Avenue. And we're open from Tuesday to Saturday. So come check us out. We have new fashions in weekly.
Always,
Nice.
always.
Yes.
I haven't been there.
Come.
I'm sorry. I'm guilty.
Come.
She
No,
gotta
no,
go.
that's okay.
Go.
I'm here.
Yes.
Well, you know
okay.
what? I'm
You see
looking
my
for an
scarf?
outfit for my
Boricua
event.
Talks? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
June 27th. I'm looking for a vest
Okay.
with some flowers.
There you go.
Yes,
There
You know,
go.
Flor de Maga
I got
event.
you.
So, okay, we put in a battery. I did put in a battery, so we still got some juice. So this is the technical side that people don't see. When it comes to you guys doing shows, okay, here. We do live. We do
Yes.
live shows. So you guys are literally watching us
Live.
live
You just
at
see
the
behind the
moment.
scenes right now.
This is,
I know.
you know,
Did
so
you hear about wink when I went for my birthday?
right. So this is live. So I'm glad that you guys, 6 people stayed on while this whole thing happened. So y'all troopers, if you guys stayed on with us while we went out for a second. So I appreciate you guys. But this is always the issue when it comes to doing the live
Yes.
version. People are like, Jennifer, why don't you just record it and upload it?
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I could do that, and I could see why that's like something, but I like the live version
Yes.
interaction where people can ask you questions in real
Yes.
time, right?
Yes.
So we got some more juice.
Yes.
Right, I put in a different battery. I will not be using that camera anymore because you guys know I get the cameras from the Illinois Media School, so I took that camera. But yeah, you guys were talking about wrapping up the styling. You were considering styling
Yes.
her, right?
No,
For the
it's official.
Yeah, I'm coming.
handshake. No,
I'm serious.
no,
I'm
I'm
serious.
gonna go visit you and we'll
Yes.
get dressed.
And we're gonna get you something customized. I'm gonna talk to one of my seamstresses. We're gonna make you right.
Yes.
There
I
you
could
go.
get that done. So I
Yes.
have a seamstress. We're gonna, I
And
want to.
then,
I have the pressure's on now.
No, and then the outfit could transform to our after party.
Oh, your
Right?
birthday party. Why don't you just do it after that?
That's a June,
Everybody's-
girl. No.
That's too late.
No.
The party
That-
got to be sooner. Your birthday party got to be sooner. Colorful. We know it's gonna be colorful.
Yes.
Oh.
And theme.
And
My
guys,
birthday's
just so you
themed.
know, her eyes are beautiful, y'all. Her eyes are beautiful. They're like water. Did anybody like water? And you know,
Delilah got game.
Huh? I'm gonna be her wingman.
I need
She got the lines. You got the lines.
I'm gonna be her wingman.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I gotta ask this question. What's the best pickup line you've ever heard?
Oh, for me. Oh. So my name is Delilah, right? So this one guy comes up to me and he says, "My name is Samson." And I said, "Well, I don't cut hair." I just kept on going. I just kept on walking. So
Wow.
I'm like,
Wow.
he was digging in his bag.
That was
He
really.
was digging
That was
in his
clever.
bag.
That
But
was actually
one of
really
the best.
clever.
That was funny. That was a funny one. But one of the best ones, I think this was some years ago. I was out dancing with some friends. And this one guy says, "I was about to leave, but I couldn't leave without asking you if I can take you out to dinner sometime."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "You know what? Yes." Just
Yes,
based on the way you
exactly, yes.
approached me. He was such a gentleman. But later I found out he was there on a date with someone else and didn't like that date. I was like, it's crazy.
I've been
But-
late to the game, so I haven't heard any. Nobody has come up to me. What is wrong with me? Nobody wants
now
to
it's just
approach me.
different now these
I'm
days.
like, am I not approachable? Somebody
You
said
are
I got like an
approachable.
aura, for men, like an aura
man has said that?
to stay away.
Really? Are you guarded?
RB.
You
What
feel
do they
like
call
you're
it?
guarded?
RBS.
I don't
No.
know.
RBF?
Yeah.
I don't think
That
you
aura
have
to
that.
pop up because
No, sometimes
everybody's welcome. Come on, you all are welcome. Send me a DM.
Gentlemen, you got to be specific. You got to be specific with what you want.
You don't
Gentlemen.
want everybody. You're couch surfers. You need a place to stay. Come over
You
here.
don't want you. You
don't want that,
Take
girl.
a picture of that Ponce chair in the back. That's
We have two flashcards.
That's all we-
Nope. We'll be flipping.
it. No.
No.
But that's it. I mean, guys these days, it's a little different now. I'm not really out. You know those little videos that they post? How do you expect a man to find you if you're in your bed?
At Target.
Yeah, that's me. I'm at home all the time or working. Those
Like,
are the two things.
He will be a delivery man.
No.
Well,
no,
you know
no,
what?
no, no,
Not,
I don't think
not
so.
to lose hope, because
No.
for me, my last relationship, it was Sweetest Day,
Yeah.
and I was buying flowers at a gas station. I parked at the gas station to buy her flowers because I was
Aw.
meeting my friend for dinner,
Okay.
and he was putting gas.
That's how you met your dude.
That's how I met him, and I crossed
Wow.
him, and I went inside because at that time I was smoky. So I went and I got cigarettes.
Okay.
I bought my friend flowers,
Aw.
and he bought me flowers, and I got his number.
Wow.
I mean,
and you
we're
ended
not
up getting flowers
together,
after.
We're not together, but,
But
it's
you
a
guys
beautiful
lasted a long
story.
time though.
13 years.
That's a long time.
13
I mean,
years.
to meet someone at the gas station.
Yeah, that's how it happened. So I still have hope
Wow.
going to the Walgreens and getting, last minute, lipstick or something that I left at home, and
yes.
just
I
an
love
errand,
that.
running an errand.
You'd be surprised where you'll meet people. You never
Mhm.
know. Like, just don't stay home.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
unless you want him to be the Amazon delivery guy.
yeah.
You
Hey,
know,
like an episode of
Mailman.
Sex in the City.
I don't know.
Which one's
Tell
going?
me.
No,
No.
but that's for the other show.
Okay.
There's
So
an
we know
episode
there's
on the
another one.
delivery guy.
We have Los. I don't know if he's still on watching. I know that he jumped on and he put hello ladies, God
Hellos.
bless. He's from
God
the Flav
bless.
podcast, and then we have Liza. She put, I just want a plate of
Yes,
food.
you and me too, Liza. You and me, you and me
If they're
both.
watching, yeah. Make sure you guys come check out Ponce Restaurant
Yes,
and
I'm
make your
Fullerton.
orders.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to this conversation about picking up lines, pickup lines.
Pick up,
'cause
what was your best?
funny,
what was your
corny pickup
corny?
lines.
Okay,
like,
what was your corniest pickup line?
Are you tired? Because you've been running in my mind all day. Oh, that's super corny.
Okay, what was yours?
I don't remember. No, I don't. I was in a
So you had all
relationship.
great pickup
I haven't-
lines.
No, I just don't remember. I was in a relationship for so long, and then now it's like nobody. No me dicen nada.
Yeah, I know. It's a,
But you know what? I think among us friends, if I know someone, then recommend, hook us up blind dates or
Thank-
something.
Thank
You know,
you.
all my qualifications: 46, 22, 100.
I swear to
Very
God.
nice.
I swear to God.
Listen, thank
so
you.
look,
We're on the same wavelength.
explain to her why I'm looking like this.
Okay, so we did an episode on Cocina Conversations that talked about referring a friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's say there's a guy who does approach you and you're like, not my type, but my friend would hit it off with them. Would you be okay with referring a friend if nothing happened with you two?
Of course.
thank you.
Dámelo.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was just like, wait, but did they go out on a date?
even if it was
No,
a date,
but it was
if
just
it's
a date.
just
Yeah. No.
It's a-
It
if
can
nothing
get-
happened.
Exactly. Nothing
I
happened.
think when we were talking about that, it was like you hurt the guy's feelings.
Okay, so what happened was, I mean, hold on, you're just putting me out
This
there.
is chisme.
So what happened was there was a gentleman who was into me, right? And I'm like, oh, he would be great for a friend of mine. But me and my friend, because he was her type, I thought, okay? But me and her we are two different. She's very petite, small, and I'm thick, and I'm a little taller. It is what it is. And so I guess I was more his type physically, I guess. But because they just didn't respond. And he wasn't her type. It was a recommendation that went bad. It was a bad recommendation.
It was a bad
But
recommendation.
I don't think
we're back
it's-
to square one.
We're back
How
to
we're
square
gonna do
one.
it.
I don't know.
You guys have to come up with a new a business idea here for like
Because
getting
usually at
singles
these
hooked
singles
up.
events, this 98% women and 2% men, and they just look like
Miguel.
Well, yeah, no,
You
it's
know?
true. It's true. I told you guys offline when I went to a singles event, it was like 10 guys and like 50 women.
Yeah.
And I was
Well,
like,
one event
so
got
true.
canceled because the only people that registered were women.
Oh, you
So-
should have turned it into a women's event.
I know. No, but I like, I don't know. I like being single, but you also need a little companion. But I'm having so much fun. I can
Yes.
decide if I want to go to that concert at the last minute.
And this
I
is
could
true.
just veg out if I want to, jump
Mhm.
out of bed, and nobody's asking me anything.
That's true.
I don't know if
It's
I
true.
could depart from that. So
Okay.
that's going to be one of the qualifications. Can I just go to the concert without confirming with you? And you ain't going to get upset?
that's true because like you've been in a relationship for a long time. I've been in a relationship for a long time. Like there is this like requirement, right? Like you need to
Yeah.
check in. You need to. You can't just do whatever you want anymore. You need to be considerate of the other person's feelings now. You have to be mindful of them. Which might take a lot of energy.
You know what? I'm going
you-
to say single after you recapped all that.
No, but it goes along with what you just shared in at the beginning of this meeting. You shared the recipe for your successful business was staying consistent, right? Being present, right? So
Right.
those are, I think, as important in relationships. Being consistent, and for me, it's to put God first. First is God.
Oh, yeah.
Consistency.
Yes.
Communication. You have to communicate when you're in a business. It's like a business
It
in a
is.
sense.
Well, we need to do a business contract.
Oh yeah,
Sign on the bottom line.
yeah. And I'm all for prenups. I'm all for
Okay.
prenups.
Yes.
I don't get offended at all whatsoever.
No.
I think no woman should get offended with a prenup
No.
because while you have them,
Yeah, enjoy it.
enjoy it. But if you're also building, can go both ways. They could take what you got as well, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like, no, you got to protect,
Yeah.
your business.
Yes.
Like our guest last week, she was talking about put it in a trust, right? Put your
Yes.
businesses in trust,
Right.
and then you can, when you put it in a trust, you could say this person's not allowed to get anything from this, and you can make sure you put that noted.
That's
You
good.
know, so like if you have like, let's say one of your, not that this has happened, but let's say like one of your kids' wives, and they got divorced, you want her to not have any access to anything. You guys have like, she is not allowed. You got to make sure you note it. Not that it is
Yes,
happening,
yes.
but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you got to protect what you have. You got to protect your assets. So I could see why men are all like super scared of marriage, like especially these young men now. They're like, I don't want to get married ever in my life.
Yeah, I don't think I do want to get married. I do want the
do.
wedding. I want,
Me too.
I mean, it's never too late.
No.
And it is a lot of work, but it shouldn't be hard work.
That's good. Oh, that's good. It's a lot of work, but it shouldn't be hard work. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dancing,
Yes.
right? It's like
With two
dancing.
left feet,
Yeah,
hey.
you get the right step and the
He's
rhythm.
to the right, I'm to the left.
Yes.
So let's see how it goes.
Okay.
With us. But the thing is just one day at a time.
A day at a
Enjoy
time.
today because tomorrow's not promised. I have a lot to do, a lot of travel to do.
Yeah.
So,
Where's your next place? Where are you going next?
Well, right now I'm like I can't even book my flight because I'm renewing my passport, but Mexico.
Ooh.
Go to Mexico.
What part are you going? What part?
Well, right now it's the touristy. I like to go inland because that's where the great food is at.
Okay.
But right now it's just Cancun.
Oh,
and not
nice.
just Cancun, but the sun and
Yes.
it's
just
gonna be a
everything, the
younger crowd.
water.
So I'll probably just drive down half hour to Tulum.
Oh, so I was
But
in
you
Tulum.
arrived,
I was in Tulum
right?
in, I think it was either October. It was October or November. It was my first solo trip.
Oh, okay.
And I was supposed to be speaking at this one retreat, but it got canceled. But I decided to still go. And it was a trip. It was my first international solo trip. When I tell you Tulum was beautiful, I'm going to show you pictures of the place I stayed at.
No, I did go.
You did? Isn't it
Yes,
amazing?
Yes, it's
This
tranquility.
Did you find a sugar baby?
No, I said it to myself, and
Wasn't it amazing?
I was taking care of hand and feet. Everybody was so really
so
nice.
sweet.
Yes, and
So
I'm
sweet.
like, I think they lied to me when I told them, "Can I get tacos that the grease is going down my arm?" He goes, "Ella sí sabe comer."
And you could find them on the street in Tulum.
Yes.
So this is what I did. True story. When I went out there, because I was by myself and it was my first time in Mexico, and you hear all these horror stories about Mexico, right? It's really safe. It's really not as bad as people think. I got into the taxi and I was like, "Usted conoce Jesus?" I wanted to make sure my taxi cab driver was safe.
So what if he said
With
no?
a sense of
I
humor.
would have got out of that taxi. I would have just got out of that taxi. I don't play.
That is cute. I'm gonna try that. Te conoce Jesús. Mira,
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
And I stuck with the same taxi cab driver the whole trip. But it was
that's
beautiful.
the good thing about it, that you could just get that, take you here and there and everywhere you want to go and feel safe. I mean, the thing is, the stories are true of the things that happen, and that happens anywhere.
Right.
It happens right here at home.
Right.
Just don't be scared of flying or going anywhere in adventure, because this is a journey, and we don't know if tomorrow, today,
promised.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Today's the day, and if it doesn't happen today, that either I meet someone or I get inspired by someone, or we have tomorrow.
Yeah.
But let's enjoy today.
Enjoy today. Make sure you guys check
Café con
out.
leche.
Yes, I think
Cheers.
I finished mine. No, I still got it.
Yes, bendecida.
Yes, amen. So check out BoricuaTalks.com, June 27th. Make sure you check out the event that's coming up. Of course, you got the Rock Exchange, right?
Yes.
She has some updates with her event. What's the update now? I got more battery juice, so share it.
So right now it's going to be kind of put on hold. I'm actually thinking of postponing it until next year, because the girls have an art show that they're going to do in July. So I'm going to really promote that, because they've completed, it's 2 12-week courses that our girls completed with Gerald Griffin. His program's called Art is Life.
Oh. Oh, nice.
And so our girls have been going. PG31 is a nonprofit organization that I have. We mentor teen girls between the ages of 11 to 17.
I love it.
And we teach them life skills. So for this season, they're in this summer. I mean, they're in an art class right now. And so the majority of the Saturdays, I go with them to make sure they're good and things like that. And they're taking up all these amazing qualities within art. And so I think I'm just going to kind of focus on that and pray.
Yeah.
And then next year is where I think it's going to be my 10th year mentoring
Yeah.
and
Oh.
having the organization. So I think next year is where we're going to just kind of focus on that.
That's nice.
So that's the change. But thank you for putting me on the spot and I just put it out there. But
No,
it's
that's
amazing. But yeah, our girls are
Yes.
amazing. I'll show you. Oh, this is them right here. These are my girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And this is what we need in our communities, that somebody to come out
Yes.
and have these girls be seen. That's
Yes.
all they want to do.
And
You know,
they're
is be seen.
Of course, yeah.
Be
Have a
seen.
voice. Give them a
Exactly.
voice. Give them a safe space. Give them
Yes.
community. So I love that.
I
that
have
you're
my
doing that.
granddaughter. She is going to Dominican University.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
She's
congrats.
my pride and joy. My first one going off to
Oh.
college. College, the university. So she was really scared about going into room and board, and the thing is, they're scared of the unknown. And if you, with the visits and just talking about it with other people that have been to college, because she's the one, in our family that's been to college. So
She can talk
vámonos,
to me if
mamas.
she has some questions.
We definitely,
Yeah, because
yes.
I my first year when I started college, I moved out of the house and it was
Yeah.
my first time.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to talk to her
and
about
that's
that.
what I say too. It's like being scared of the unknown.
Yeah.
But you have to go through it.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot. All of us.
Yes.
All people are scared
Yeah.
of the unknown, right? You're kind of like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't know what I'm stepping into. And that's one of the things that keeps you stagnant, keeps you
Yes.
stuck, keeps you not moving forward.
And with programs like yours,
Yeah.
is where you open their eyes when they're ready to make that step. They're not as scared.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
need more of you everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have,
Join.
Yes,
and we
yes.
have a program in Humboldt Park. I mentor young women called Gems and in Little Village. So
Okay.
those are areas too. So if you know any young ladies, please send them my
Mhm.
way.
Definitely.
And so happy to be a coordinator with
Of
them
Well, I
programs.
just want to say thank you for doing that for our girls.
Yeah, God has done so much for me. And this
Yes.
is like my way of giving back. I don't have children,
Mhm.
but I feel like they're borrowed babies.
Yes.
And you can
no.
show them love. Sometimes kids don't listen to their mom, but they'll listen to a stranger or
Yeah.
someone
Sure.
else that
Absolutely.
they've built trust with. And I'm here to show them like, hey, you can choose better. I was the first in my family to finish college. So your
Yes.
granddaughter, you mentioned your granddaughter,
And she's the perfect example now for my
the
other
next
son.
generation.
Yes.
And that's what
So
happened.
If she did it, I could do it, and
That's
you could do
right.
it. That's the.
And we
the-
have cousins who've done that now.
Yes.
They're all graduating. My sister graduated with the nurse. So you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
It's leaving a legacy for the next generation.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's like opening doors.
Yes.
And they could see with their own eyes. And you
So-
stated too about not listening to their parents. I always bring outside resources too for my
Yes.
granddaughter, because they don't listen to their
They
grandma
don't
either.
listen. Yeah, of course. Because
They do, but I'll be like, I need help. Come on. So,
well, young people always are like, I know it all.
Yes.
Mhm.
that
And they're
is
like,
true.
you don't know what you're talking about, mom. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yes, I do.
I just
you
lived
know,
through life.
I lived through it, but let me share these comments real quick, right? Maria, she put Cancun is one of my favorite places to visit. And then we have Jamalette. She put, hi,
Hi.
ladies, hearts.
Hello.
And then she also put, I can't wait until Zoe is 10. She definitely going to join PG31.
Aw,
Yes.
That's very
thank
nice.
you.
Yeah, no, but young girls, they swear. I'd be like, man, because I got the 17-year-old, right? And I'd be like, she'd be like, Mom, I guess I didn't realize I speak so negatively about Chicago, but not in the sense of like, I love Chicago.
I
I was
love
born and
Chicago.
raised in Chicago, but I'm doing it more of a scare factor for her, right? Because for her, she's like, woo, Chicago, right? Like,
Bright eyed.
like, oh, I want to be in and I'm like, bro, like,
you got to be
there's-
careful
No, you
what
don't.
parts of Chicago.
I was like, there's a reason why we left Chicago, right? Like, there's a reason why you were raised in the suburbs, And she's like, Mom, you make it seem like it's so bad. I'm like, because I know what it could be like. Like, I'm not
Did
telling
tell
you
her
this
about your
just
bike ride
because,
story?
No, we're not talking. We're not talking
another,
about that. That's another episode, right? I mean, but growing up in the city, especially as a young lady or even a guy, right? Like it could be dangerous, especially if they don't know.
It's different because, like, when we grew up, like my 25-year-old son, um, he never took the bus anywhere.
Wow.
If I wasn't dropping him off or picking him up, he was on Uber.
They have the luxury of Uber. We
Exactly.
didn't have that luxury. It was
No, we
legs
didn't.
and bus.
But I wouldn't want him on the bus.
Right.
It's like, and if you could do that for your child, that's fine. But if you can, then you have to scare her like, no,
Right.
don't do it.
Yeah.
And it's bad everywhere. But if you could prevent it, then let's do so. Pero
Yeah.
si no, mándanoslo con Dios.
Just wisdom. Just practice. I say it's like at the end of the day, and you did what you had to do because you're aware of what the city is like, and having a young man, right? We're aware of what the city is like because we were raised in the city, right? So it's like, no, you're not gonna go hang out in this area or this neighborhood. You're
What
not going.
beach? Montrose Beach?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll go there.
Yeah.
Right. But no, that's great. So I want to make sure that we promote that. We promote Boricua Talks. And then, of course, I got to make sure that I mention our 22nd will be our next networking event.
Okay.
We're going to be doing it at Illinois Media School in the
Nice.
campus there, which I'm super excited about.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about mental health since this month is Mental Health
Health.
Awareness Month. So I'm going to bring mental health advocates that are
Nice.
going to be on the panel, which that's going to be exciting. So that's going to be by the O'Hare area
Yes.
on the 22nd, a Thursday night. So I'll be sharing information on that. And then I'm having a boot camp.
Yes.
Boot camp, business boot camp coming up 13th and 14th of June. And what that is a 2-day boot camp. And I'll be having, I do very interactive boot camp style workshops. So it's like, we're going to work on, I bring a speaker on accounting, I bring a speaker on financing or funding, I bring a speaker on branding and marketing. So I have like a total of 8 speakers that
Oh, that's
speak.
amazing.
Yeah, and it's basically a whole boot camp just so that you can really get your business plan and get all your
get it
things in
going.
order. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people don't got business plans. You'd be surprised how many people don't
Or
have
if
their
they're
things.
outdated.
Yeah,
Right? Sometimes you need to.
No, the thing is
revamp
that
'em.
everything changes. Each year,
Yes.
each month, something changes, something's new. And I love everything you do, Jennifer.
Oh, I know. I love
Congratulations.
everything
You're
you
just
do.
a gem yourself.
Oh no, I know you've always been a big supporter of everything
Yes,
I've done.
I
She
love
always.
Jennifer. Where's Jennifer at now?
I know. She do
Aw.
be asking. I know, and I'll be like, man, what is she doing now? Now she's doing her own
Oh,
thing,
I
and I'm
love
like,
that.
And then the thing too about your retreats.
oh, my retreats, yes.
That's one I haven't made. I haven't been able to make it. So you gotta
I've
give me
been-
dates now so I can put it in
Yes.
6 months before.
Look at that.
The weekend after Labor Day is always the
That's
retreat.
September, isn't
it's
it?
September, yes.
Okay.
So I gotta put it out there too.
Okay. You got a trip
Mhm.
planned
Yeah,
already?
You got a trip
Well,
already?
September is busy. September is my mom's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
So we usually do something for her. There's a lot of things going on. Also, the Latina Expos and
Yes.
nice.
My retreat always somehow conflicts with that event. So hopefully, I don't know when their Latina Expo is this year,
I
but
don't know because it's September sometime.
yeah, because I've seen it where it also conflicts. But I'm trying to go back to Antioch this year.
Is
where
that the
you
one?
went.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that place was beautiful.
Yeah, so
It's beautiful.
So I've done it in Michigan, I've done it in Wisconsin, Antioch, and this is going to be my 9th
wow.
retreat. 9th.
Wow.
Do you remember when I tried to go during COVID and my COVID test was positive? I couldn't go.
She did. She
like,
tried
I
going.
would have been like,
Tried.
That was Whitehall, Michigan. That one was a
Oh.
4-hour away retreat.
wow.
Even the drive is
It's beautiful. The scenic route, the
Yeah.
I
trees, the
couldn't just imagine. So I
farm.
had to stay back.
Yeah, I remember. But you know what? You blessed somebody else. I
That's
remember you
amazing.
blessed somebody else. And I remember that particular retreat was impactful because I had about Jesus, I want to say almost 20 women, and I had
Wow.
we did baptisms in that
Oh
retreat.
my gosh, that's
Mhm. And we
amazing.
had Dr. Maribel Lopez doing baptisms.
Oh wow.
And then one of the women unfortunately passed away a year after, and I was just thinking to myself, like, wow, like she went, well, not even, maybe even sooner, maybe like 6 months after she passed on. But I was like, I know that my retreat touched her.
Amen.
And I was just like, I pray, that she had an encounter for that retreat
Yeah.
because afterwards she left. We never know when we're going to get called home,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was just like, thankful. I know that these retreats are necessary, even though I want to rip my hair out sometimes.
Preparing for it.
Every year, I'm
Yeah,
like,
but the outcome and
The
the
reward.
feedback, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
It's great.
yes.
Quick question. Any mental what we have
I
here?
gotta say,
no.
no.
Jamelet, she put, I was devastated that Marisel couldn't make it to the retreat. That was my first retreat. So she wanted to go with
See,
you.
you were negative. I was positive. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. I'm like, I feel fine. I feel fine. And that thing came out. And, I think they were lying to me.
I have a quick question. What do you do for your mental health? As we come to
That's a good question.
and then like what do you do for your
I
mental
love-
health care?
I love that question. I had like you could say a breakdown.
Okay.
It's like I am human.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Right.
I do want to lay under the blankets for a couple
Yes.
days.
I think we all
And
get there.
when I not lost, but when my era of raising my kids, and then I lost, my relationship ended, then it was just me.
Mm.
And I'm like 49, 50, I'm like, where do I go? Where do I belong? And I took a trip.
She got another stamp.
I went to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And we were in this thrift store.
Okay.
And I love thrifting.
Ooh.
Yes, I do. And when I'm about to pay, there's this book, 25 cents. It's self-love. I thought that self-love and self-care were the same. Like if my nails are done, I feel good. If I'm dressed and I feel, good in what I'm wearing,
Right.
and my hair is done because my hair, obviously
It's
doesn't
beautiful.
behave.
Beautiful.
I thought that was self-care, self-love, but no, that's two different things. When I started setting boundaries for myself,
Yes.
time out for myself, then regroup, because life is hectic, life is chaos, and then you have to step back, be grateful for what you have at that
Yes.
moment,
Yeah.
and then you could release and keep going forward, with peace and grateful. You have to be grateful every day,
That's
just
good.
by waking
Amen.
up. And I try to incorporate that as a mental health, because me caí, and I thought I wasn't going to get through it.
Yes.
It's like going through a relationship. It's like you're mourning.
That is so true.
He's still alive, and I'm still peeking out. What are you doing? The kids are gone. Do you need me?
Right.
Do you
Your
want me to-
identity was wrapped up in
Yes.
doing for
Exactly.
others.
And I'm like, what am I going to do for myself? So,
that could be very
and that happens. It happened recently when I found that book, and then just writing and journalism works for me. And reading,
that's good.
reading stories.
That's good.
Right now, I just started a saga. What is saga?
Uh-huh.
And it's about vampires, and my Natalie. Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me. Swords and Thorns, something like that. I'm on book 1, but reading takes you somewhere else. Travel within your own comfort or your home. So
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
so
one.
I do a lot for my mental health.
Good for you. That's amazing. So
That's good.
journaling, traveling,
Traveling.
and facing yourself.
Yes.
During COVID, I know for me, during COVID, that was the part where God really wanted me to face myself, to be alone with Him. And I had the best and worst breakdown during COVID. And I say the best and worst breakdown because I was able to face myself because I was so busy doing that COVID literally put a stop to life.
Yeah.
And I really had to face myself in the mirror and set those boundaries with people and be okay with them.
Yeah.
Lost some friendships with those boundaries.
Yes.
But I understood my worth.
But you gained some new friends.
New friends.
You gained new
Yes.
relationships.
Yes.
We became super buddy.
Yes.
And the thing is about creating boundaries is like when you're like scared. Like for me, my thing was like, no, I can't do this.
Right.
And that person said, okay, fine. I'm like, it's that easy? Was it that
You
easy
feel
to do
stressy,
these
like, because
boundaries
you're
for me?
like-
Because I always wanted to say yes.
Be a people pleaser,
Yes.
right?
And when it's,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, Wow. See, now
Yeah.
you get to inhale and exhale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I can resonate and relate to the losing the identity, right? Because at that point when I went through, and I talk about this publicly and I don't care, like when I went through the divorce, you do lose a big chunk of yourself. Like I remember crying to my girls that were running like Wise, like the team, the leaders, and I was just like, I can't keep doing, like, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am right now. And yeah, like I know that you are the creation in Christ Jesus and you are the head, not the tail. Like I know the I ams in Christ, but it's different when you are going through something that devastating because your identity was so ingrained in that relationship for so long.
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
wife.
Like, who am I now?
Yeah.
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 Who am
It's
I?
like a reinvention. And I was a part of Jen's reinvention, which I'm so happy about.
Yes, and I've seen
like
her
the new
revolve
version.
really
I
beautifully.
think
Right?
I think everyone likes it. I think I mean
Yeah,
I know
when-
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm a happier person once all that turbulence and darkness, passed. But the thing is that people that are going through it now, I think you have to do that on your own. Because for me, I feel like
That's so,
I
yeah.
knew there were loved ones surrounding me
Yes.
and I could go to, but at the end, you have to go through it alone.
And you have to sit in it.
Yes.
Let those things,
Yes.
feel what you feel. Don't
Yeah.
stay there, but feel it.
Mhm.
And then go through it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And it's beautiful out here.
Yes.
It's pure sunshine.
Yeah, yeah. Once, yeah, for sure. Once you kind of get out of it, you're like, wow, I'm finally out of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
We have Jamalesh, but love you girls. Each of you have been such a blessing in my life and my family's life.
Aw.
Amen.
I
And
love
then
Jamalesh.
yes, 2025 has been the year of boundaries, and I'm still learning, but I'm doing it for my peace. And you know what?
Amen.
I
That's so
say
important.
boundaries. You always gotta redo a new boundary with
Oh,
somebody,
yes.
because then you meet new people, and they don't know that you don't play. They're like, oh man, I gotta set a new boundary with this
Yeah.
Mhm.
jackass. No, forgive me.
Like for me, I think what it is I don't know. You don't know what. There's different boundaries with different people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And I think sometimes people don't know, especially when you're learning to build that trust with someone. And I think boundaries are just important. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Well, one thing about me is like right now I can let you go real easy.
we were talking.
You do not belong in my space. And I can identify that quicker now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of like holding on and let's see, maybe she is a good friend. Maybe, this will work. Or no, there's no babies.
Yeah.
The first time they show you that color and you don't like it, it doesn't, include in that circle
Yeah.
of life that you have. It's easier to let go now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm learning now is the loyalty.
Mm,
It's hard to find friends that are loyal.
mm.
To me, this is what loyalty is so important to me within friendships. And so that's something that I'm discovering. And I'm like, okay, God, what are you trying to show me with this?
Mhm.
Because sometimes it seems like this journey is me and God. It is me and God. But the loyalty is what breaks my heart, because I will go to bat for a friend, but at the first sign that they show me that they're not loyal, I'm like, ooh, I like back up a little bit.
I think one of the things that and you guys know I teach this, right? It's like whatever consequence you set when you're setting a boundary, just make sure you follow through.
That's good.
Right? So like at the end of the day, like maybe it's a friend and maybe they did something that you weren't too crazy about. You let them know like, hey, this,
Talk about it,
I didn't
right?
like it. If you do it again, I'm going to XYZ, whatever
Yeah.
that is. Depends how extreme you have to get.
Right.
Depending on the person, like you said, it's different boundaries. Or was it you that said it? Different boundaries for different people.
I'm
But
like, she did.
but if after a point it keeps repeating, then
Right.
like you said, you gotta cut them
Exit
off.
left.
You
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
I got a black heart like my black coffee. Like I gotta like
We
cut
talked
you.
about her black
Well,
coffee.
You know, I gotta cut you off.
I went through. I went through a process where I lost a friendship, and I was like, I let it go with grace and peace, because
Which
if
is
you
easy.
you
Or
don't
better.
need me in your life,
Yeah.
I send you with blessings.
And that's the
And
best way to
that's
do
the
it.
best
That's the
way.
best way to do
The
it.
best way.
And I'm telling you, you just feel lighter.
It's like everything
no-
doesn't have to be. What do you call it? Like a drama?
Resentment, a drama, or
It doesn't have to be a drama.
Like a long time ago, my car was at the shop, and I went to pick it up the next day. So I'm telling the lady I'm paying her, I'm like, oh, I couldn't come yesterday. I couldn't find a ride, But you know me, I give everybody a ride. So I told the lady, I said, but you know what's going to happen? Now if they ask me for a ride, then you know what's going to happen. She goes, yeah, you're going to give them a ride. I'm like,
Yes, I'm the
gonna
same
give 'em a ride.
way.
But because if I said, no, you didn't give me a ride
No.
last time, I think that's so much energy
Yes.
giving away. So I'm like,
Yes.
Yep.
You need
it's
to write it
okay.
here.
You didn't give me a ride. That's okay.
I'm the same
It
way.
takes more energy to stay mad at
Yeah.
Yes.
and holding a grudge, it's a lot of energy, and I
Mhm.
don't have time.
No.
Yes.
I don't-
That's so good.
No.
We ain't
So
got
good.
time
It
for
takes
that.
up
We're
too
doing
much
amazing
energy.
things.
Yes.
And we need to keep it moving.
Yes.
We don't have time.
We don't have time.
And
That's re-
what's that slogan I say now? Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today. All right. Well, this has been a blast.
Yes, it has.
Thank you. I know
It's
we had.
over. No.
We had Karina. She said, I left when the camera died and didn't notice it was back on. So when the camera died, I ran and grabbed
You can see
another
the
battery and
replay.
switched it out real
Hashtag
quick.
replay.
And here's a big, see, this is another one. I need to make a checklist. See, Jennifer forgot to bring the wrong charger for this camera because I brought for the different camera because I don't use JVCs. I use Sony's. So I'm like, okay, I'm learning today. Jamla, she said, yes, the worst is setting boundaries with family.
Mm-hmm.
And then she put, I learned about true friendship is my toughest. I learned about true friendship in my toughest hours. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. But I think this was so much fun.
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes. Now I'm hungry.
Yes. Now I want to do it every day. All day.
Let's do it. Let's do
I love
another
the
one.
mic. Check, check.
Mic 2, check. Yeah, we should do another one. We'll definitely.
With your daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, we should
yes.
do another one.
Reach out to
Pastry.
her
Yeah, let's
and
do
her
it.
pastry.
I'm down.
Yes.
I'm down. Let's do another one.
Yes.
All right.
You're at Ponce. Wait for it.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
You guys have a great rest